Hey, it's Linus here. In this TD Ameritrade Singapore review video, I'll be sharing with you some of these things. The first is TD Ameritrade really commission free, and what are some of TD Ameritrade fees? The second is TD Ameritrade safe? And the third is ThinkorSwim a good broker, and should you use TD Ameritrade? So if you are interested in finding out all of that, make sure you stick around in this video. Alright, so let's begin first by taking a look at TD Ameritrade fees. So when it comes to online brokers, there are two main types of fees. The first is trading fees, and the second is non-trading related fees. Let's begin first by taking a look at some of the trading fees that TD Ameritrade charges. So we'll go on to TD Ameritrade website. So since this is a TD Ameritrade Singapore review video, I'm taking a look at TD Ameritrade Singapore website. And right now we are on TD Ameritrade pricing page. So if we take a look over here, TD Ameritrade mentions that they charge zero commission fees. So there are no platform fees, no data fees, and no trade minimums. And these $0 commissions apply to US stocks and ETFs. Right, so if you take a look over here, they mention trade unlimited shares for $0 per trade. And just take note, this $0 commission applies only to US exchange listed stocks and ETFs. If you're trading anything other than US exchange listed stocks and ETFs, there are some fees to be charged. So for example, you take a look over here, there's a $7.44 commission for over-the-counter stocks. And if you're trading options, there's a 70-cent commission per contract. And for futures and future options, there's a $2.41 per contract commission. So the $0 commission fees only apply to US exchange listed stocks and ETFs. That's for commission fees. There's also trading fees. So if we scroll down over here, these are some of TD Ameritrade's trading fees. There's a Section 31 fee of 0.0000051 per $1 of transaction proceeds. So what is this Section 31 fee? So if we scroll down over here, TD Ameritrade mentions that the Section 31 fee applies to certain sell transactions accessed at a rate consistent with Section 31 of the Securities Action Act of 1934. So this Section 31 fee only applies to certain sell transactions. If we take a look at other trading related fees, there's a trading activity fee. So that is $0.000119 per equity share and $0.002 per options contract, $0.00075 per bond, and 0.000075 multiplied by the value per asset-backed security trade. So to answer the question, is TD Ameritrade really commission free? Yes, TD Ameritrade charges $0 for commission fee. However, if you are trading outside US exchange listed stocks and ETFs, there's still some commissions. And beyond commissions, there's some trading fees that TD Ameritrade charges. So those are trading related fees. Now let's take a look at non-trading related fees. So we go over this tab over here. TD Ameritrade state over here that they don't charge any platform, inactivity, or market data fees. However, for withdrawals, if we see over here, there is some withdrawal fee. From my understanding, withdrawal from accounts located in the US are free. I've logged into my TD Ameritrade account over here, and if you take a look over here, if you want to withdraw funds from your account that is located outside of the US, there's a fee to be charged of $25. So yes, there's a withdrawal fee for TD Ameritrade accounts that are located outside of the US. The next question that we'll take a look at is TD Ameritrade safe? When it comes to the safety of online brokers, I like to take a look at two things. The first is its operating history, and the second is the regulation around the broker. So for TD Ameritrade, it has a very long history relative to other brokers. It was founded in 1975, so it has almost 4 decades of operating history. And the second is that it has over $1 trillion in assets. Furthermore, it's regulated by top regulators and authorities around the world, such as the MAS and the SEC. So is TD Ameritrade safe? In my opinion, I believe TD Ameritrade is safe. The next thing that we'll be talking about is ThinkorSwim a good broker, and should you use TD Ameritrade? So to answer that question, we'll take a look at some of the pros and cons of TD Ameritrade. The first pro about TD Ameritrade is the low fees for US stocks. TD Ameritrade and ThinkorSwim charge $0 commission, as we have seen earlier on. And out of all the brokers that I've reviewed so far in this channel, TD Ameritrade is the only broker that charges $0 commission fee. So that is definitely a pro, especially if you're looking to invest or trade in US stocks. The second pro is that TD Ameritrade is safe. TD Ameritrade has relatively longer operating history compared to other brokers that I've reviewed so far. So TD Ameritrade definitely has a proven track record. The third pro for TD Ameritrade is more subjective. This is according to my own personal opinion. I have used a couple of brokers. I use Tiger Brokers, Moomoo, Interactive Brokers, and ThinkorSwim. And from my experience, I realized that executing positions and trades on TD Ameritrade is relatively faster compared to the other brokers. But again, this is just my own subjective opinion. Right, so those are some pros for TD Ameritrade. For the cons of TD Ameritrade is that TD Ameritrade has rather limited market options. With TD Ameritrade and ThinkorSwim, you do not have as much options in other markets as compared to other brokers. And the second con for TD Ameritrade is the withdrawal fees. There's a withdrawal fee of $25 for Singapore accounts. So if you are looking to withdraw money from your TD Ameritrade account, there's quite a high fee when you want to withdraw money from your account. So should you use TD Ameritrade? If you are looking to invest and trade in US stocks and ETFs, I believe that TD Ameritrade is a good broker for you. Despite its limited market options, you can always use other brokers on top of TD Ameritrade. But when it comes to US stocks and ETFs, I believe that every investor and trader should have at least some positions in the US stock market. So having low fees for US stocks and ETFs makes TD Ameritrade a good broker to have. That's my TD Ameritrade Singapore review. Hopefully you have enjoyed this video. If you did, smash that like button because it will really help the channel grow and allow me to produce more content such as this. And if you are new to this channel and haven't already subscribed, make sure you subscribe to my channel because each week I release 2 new videos about investing, trading, and the stock market. I'll see you in those other videos. To your financial success.